Am I supposed to say something? I feel like today's mainly going to be a cleanup day here. Sam may have got a few citations in the mail. Got the dog helping out, drinking the oil. Here we are at the headquarters, Sam's division, Mechanical Adventures. I'm here to help Sam put this LS into his perfectly running 350 turbo truck. Here we go.
It's time to put this thing in. First order of business. Rip this pile of junk out of here. Hunk of metal, pile of junk.
It's also going on sale.
It's also for sale at an incredibly affordable price of $6,000.
Sam, I feel like you're giving it away at $6,000.
I know,
that's crazy.
right?
How are you gonna make any money?
I'm just trying to do the people a favor. That's it. All right, let's get to it. Well, we're making good progress, boys. Pretty much everything up top is ready to go. Gotta do power steering, coolant, and everything up here will be good to go. Next is transmission, bell housing bolts, torque converter bolts, and engine mounts. And this thing should fly right out of here. Well, my phone fucked up, but here we are.
Sam's pretty sore.
Pretty sour about that.
All the way, you know, I feel like at least part of it, the engine drag across whatever's coming out of it. You push it, the engine forward a little bit. It's so slick you can't even get a hold of it. Alright. See that now. Use some toilet paper. Alright, how fast do you want to go? All of it?
Seems like only 2 years ago now. I stuffed this bad boy in there. But it's done good, served me well. Time for bigger and better things.
Sam, what are you doing?
Rebuilding the engine bay.
Oh man.
Where'd you pick up this trick? Truck rice?
Man, this is...
Sam's got a SEMA build going on right now.
Whatever happened to truck race?
I don't know. I think I got banned. Cancel
They'll
culture.
complain to their daddies.
Yep. Ditties. Sam, how come you're not going with like a blue or a yellow?
Well, this is what I had. Blue or yellow.
So, I see a lot of people masking stuff off before they paint. Sam, what's your trick?
It's because they're fucking losers.
Yes, sir. And the water droplets will just be dissipated by the paint, right?
Water drop, they add like a cool texture, you know?
Gives it that splatter paint look.
Yeah. It's like a little bit abstract, you know?
Yes, sir. Hammered. The old hammered finish.
You pop the hood and you, whoa, is that a frame rail or something else?
Yeah. It's like grease or paint, right? Yeah, this customer's gonna be happy, Sam.
Good progress here. Now we're really getting into the truck race realm.
You don't need a mask when you're outside, huh, Sam?
That's right. Don't need a mask ever.
It's like wearing a condom.
I ain't no bitch. This might not have been a good idea.
It looks great, bud.
I gotta say.
No, it looks real good. You really got a good coat, you know?
I may not be popping my hood at the car shows anymore.
You're just not going to the right shows.
Might have to trailer this thing out to Daytona Beach.
Get you some 24-inch cock stars. Yeah. Wipe that fresh paint off of their pants now.
I'm putting the Dickies texture in it. It's gonna be a cool pattern.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's good. Got those new engine mounts going in. Going full OEM rubber. 1975 rubber, so you know it's going to be Cadillac smooth. Hot dog. All right, bud. Let's see if this engine fits. All right, guys. So this mount does not line up. We got the other side lined up, and this mount. Let's see if I can show you. This is the second or third time the engine's been in there. You see that hole doesn't line up. So, good news is the oil pan clears, plenty of room. So we're gonna pull it out one more time, make the holes, oblong the holes out on either side. Finish up the oil pan, put on the rear main seal, the rear cover, the flex plate, seal up the oil pan, drop it in here for its last time. Isn't that right, bud?
Yeah, we're a shoe-in now.
We're a shoe-in. Success, boys. She's in. Don't mind that. She's in there. The bolts are in there. Looking real good. Looking real good. Now, oddly enough, we have to move the transmission forward. We have to move the transmission forward about an inch and a half. So that's what Beef Boy Carter's working on. Getting those mounts unbolted right here. And then we'll slide this bad Larry forward. Hook it up to the bell housing. Look at that oil pan clearance. She's sitting pretty now. Oh man, this is exciting. This motor even came at the right fucking vacuum port. Our steering lines are gonna clear, just barely. Bolts in there. Gotta cut those exhaust ports off so I can jam my eBay headers in here. It's like it was meant to be, you know? Finest holy smokes.
Perfect.
You couldn't,
yeah, move a little bit, but that's it.
you can't make that stuff up. Is it on? Is it bolted on? Did you just
Fire her up.
Let's see if the other side fits?
Sure.
I mean, we could,
out of here, but
let's bolt that on.
yeah,
right?
why not? Slide a gasket in there.
These are my eBay headers, Chinese bad boys, and I wasn't entirely sure if they were gonna fit. God. Show the boys what horsepower looks like. Hot dog. So I'm gonna go get him a gasket and some hardware, and we'll bolt these suckers up.
It's gonna hit that.
Carter's making the 2002 power steering line work with this AN flaring tool I got.
Got the nut on there, right? It's a classic mistake.
Does it all fit in there?
Yeah.
Plenty of room, huh?
Mm-hmm. Got enough chances to do it twice, yeah?
This
Pushing it right out of there, huh?
is it. This line came with the engine, and Carter's just said, let's fucking reuse it. Bolt up right here, do a little loop-de-loo, go right there. That's why I invite you along, bud.
Yep. I guess that's good enough. I don't know.
I'd really crank it on there.
Really?
Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
Let's see your handiwork.
Just down 2 lines.
Hot dog.
That's it.
Let me see that. Not too shabby.
The original was a double flare, but you know, when in Rome, huh?
That'll work.
It just may work.
It'll work till it ruptures and burns the truck to the ground.
That's all she wrote.
Look at this guy. So one of the issues that I'm having with these eBay headers that I gotta fix is you can see the header is touching the manifold or the frame rail right there, and it is not sealed up on the head. So my plan is to cut a slice in the underside of each one of these runners and then bend this flange just a little bit and re-weld it. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so we gained about 1.25 inches, which hopefully will be perfect. Let's go test fit it. Look at that, folks. Flush on the head and about 3/16 of an inch. Beautiful. So now I just gotta weld this up, and that's that problem solved. All right, she's all welded up. I definitely need some practice. It's been a while since I've TIG welded, but she's all welded up and it's gonna fit good. So let's go put it in the truck. She's in there like swimwear, boys. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, next I think I gotta drill out these holes here for the vintage air, because I gotta mount the vintage air so that I can mount the Holley Terminator so that it's not in the way. And then I gotta drill a hole in the firewall to get the harness out here, and then I can start wiring up the engine. Alright, so I got the vintage air mounted in there. Pretty straightforward. Just follow their instructions, they're pretty clear. I got the heater core is the yellow, AC is the blue. This thing's all silicone, sealed up. And in the truck, see the evaporator in here. So the reason I did this first is now I can kind of get an idea of where to mount the terminator, which I think may end up going up here somewhere. So let's figure that out. This is a pretty exciting part. Got my harness all laid out, and I got a nice hole right there. I got a grommet coming for that. Let me show you the other side. So that's where it's coming out in the engine bay. Nice and hidden. Well, I tried going the engine bay way first. No way that was gonna happen. So I guess we're gonna have to shove all of this piece by piece through the firewall as I come around here and grab it a little bit at a time. Oh God, I'm on my tiptoes right now, and I can barely reach. Okay. Next. There it is. Got it all pulled through. So now I kind of know my lengths for ECU mount. These plugs right here, I can put it kind of up in here. Tie these bad boys up under the dash. Cool. Well, I'm gonna start connecting all the parts, connecting all the connectors, and see where that leaves us. Look what we got here. Perfect. Out here, pickup pole, just getting the last little bits. Got us a nice throttle body right here. All right, so I got the throttle body on there. You saw that. I picked up an engine cover at the same time just to top off the look. I think it looks pretty good. I got the headers on there. You saw that. I finished up the power steering return line down here. I did some fuel line work. I got my feed line plugged in here. I moved it. I got the vintage air in. You saw that. Mocking up some hoses. I haven't finished the fuel system yet, but this is the new feed line filter, and I usually run them across the cross member here so that it goes up on top of the engine. I'll probably heat sleeve this because the exhaust will come through, so I'll probably heat sleeve that. But I got fuel feed line done. I'm sure you saw my vintage air. I got my Holley Terminator mounted up there. So I'm starting to do this kind of wiring, getting everything organized. I'm probably gonna wire the vintage air right now because I have some wiring stuff at home that I need to bring in. So I'm gonna wire the vintage air tonight, and then that's gonna be that for this video. Well, last thing I got done was I moved the transmission cooler lines. Let's come in here now underneath. Let me show you what I got. These came out real nice. I usually drill and tap the transmission bell housing right here so that I can keep it down away from the header, away from the starter. And then coming up front here, I drilled and tapped this bracket for the AC compressor tensioner, so it can't move, can't hit any pulleys. Turned out nice. If you ever want to know the quality of a build or how much somebody spent on it, I usually look at plumbing and wiring. those are the two things that make the difference between if you're a good builder or a hack, you know? And that's how you can tell somebody spent a lot of time or money on it, is if those two things are primo. So, all right guys, I'm gonna end it off there. Thanks for watching. This series is a little jumbled, but I'm doing what I can, and that first startup video should be good. And then when I turbo it, that'll be even better. So we'll see you in the next one.